Rick, tonight with it being the telethon game, just talk about the importance of that, especially with everything that Connects for Kids Fund does.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was at 800,000 last year. That's an incredible number. Obviously, it's like I said, the short time I've been here, like the charity events I've been to, the money that people donate is incredible in the city. It's probably the cities I've been in, one of the top. So it's a great thing, and hopefully there's a lot of money donated tonight.
Do you have an update on Heedle?
Not right now. It's like I said, he felt a little bit better yesterday. I haven't talked to him today. I was on the ice, had a bunch of meetings, but we'll find out later today.
And no Garland at Morgan State?
Yeah, Garz is banged up. He'll be a game timer. He's been playing with a lot of stuff, and he's a game time decision.
Shot block the other night have an impact? It looked like it was pretty bad in the moment, even though he stayed in the game.
Say that again, sorry.
For Garland, when you blocked the shot.
Well, a bunch of stuff he's been dealing with, and he's just, he's a guy you almost, he just wants to play all the time. So we're gonna have to. Hopefully this happens after the 6 hours, but we got to make a good decision with him.
With Heedle, you mentioned you saw him yesterday. Is he still experiencing symptoms?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, I know whether I say a lot or little, it's hard for me. He's had them before, so we got to make sure we treat this properly.
With Brock, no goals in 12. Obviously, only 2 in 20. You've got him back with PD tonight. He even just told us that he's so hard on himself. From a coaching perspective, how can you help him in that regard? The mental side of it, not to the.
Spend a lot of time with the coaches. It's more of a mental thing. Brock's a reactor, and he's waiting. If you're even watching the power play, he's just kind of waiting around. He's got to be. If he even makes the wrong read, I'll take it right now because he's just kind of like in a state of mind where he's just kind of waiting, and I think he's got to almost just attack. Whatever he does, whether you're the second man on the forecheck or whether you're a slot guy, attack. And I think that will help. His pace has to get a little higher. That will help him in all aspects of his game.
You've talked about how you need him, and we know what he did last year, especially in the postseason. This is a guy that if you get in, you can dial it back to what he did last year and how valuable he can be. Yeah,
he's done in the past. He gets hot. A kid like him getting hot is huge for us. I got to get him, try to put him with a hard-working last game. We got, him and Petey got to figure something out here and get some offense for us together. So I think by them driving play will really help our team.
I think you were traded 3 times in your career, and then you were a UFA when you went back to Philly. Did that weigh on you that year? I'm just thinking of Brock and the status. Did you know you were going to go back to Philly, or you didn't really know where your career was going at that point?
Yeah, I think it affects certain guys. It's easy for me to say now, being as old as I am, it didn't affect me. But I think you just got to think short term. You got to just think of game to game. Day off, what do you do? Like, you can't think of stuff that you can't control at this point. We don't know what's going to happen 3 months from now, so why worry about it now? And if it affects your play, you got to be mentally strong to figure things out and just take moment to moment. That's really the only advice I can give a player.
You talk about PD and Brock generating more offense. How much of that is about PD winning more faceoffs? Because he has been doing that.
That's big, obviously starting with the puck. And when you get the puck off a draw, and we can get the puck to Brock in these situations, that's where, we got to get him some chances. But starting with the puck is obviously a big part of it instead of chasing it.
He's been doing a better job of that.
Yes. Yeah, but the only thing in power play, we got to start winning draws in the power play, though. I don't think we have been as great. That really helps. It adds 30 more seconds to your power play.
When you talk to Footy about defending against the Jets, and of course the prize for being second wildcard spot is you would draw him in the postseason. How do you defend Connor, who's so strong coming off the wall, had the hat trick against you guys last time?
Well, we last time we Winnipeg, we had no energy, and they attacked the middle, and we had, you got to take the middle away. And I think Connor, that was at 6 minutes, he had 3 goals, and he just got, every goal was him skating through the middle of the ice. You got to take that away against the Winnipeg Jet team. They're good in every facet of the game, so you have to take the middle away.
When you look at Demko, he was out there again with you guys today.
Yeah.
Is there a plan moving forward? Is he going to travel with you guys? Is there a chance he plays on the trip? How do you see it?
He'll travel, but him getting the net the full, I know it's only a morning skate, but for him to get the full net is a big step for us to see where he'll be out here in 2-3 days.
Rick, good.
DPD draw back in tonight?
Yeah. Got to get PD Jr. in. I don't like young guys sitting out that long, and I think Mance, it's got not an indictment against Mance. I think it's okay to rotate those guys, get some fresh energy in there.
If Linus Karlsson
I like in that, yeah.
If Linus Carlson goes in tonight, what does he bring to your lineup? What can he do to help out?
Well, I think he's got a lot of confidence right now down the minor. He's scoring a lot of goals. He scored a game winner the other night. You know, we had an offensive review of last game, and we need people to get the net. There's opportunities to get there. He's a guy not afraid to get the net, so that's why we called him up. You know, he's a guy that can get to the net for us and get in front of. You know, Hellebuck's one of the best goalie in the league. If you don't get in front of him, you're almost impossible to score. So we need guys like, not just Carly, but we have to have that attitude. We got to take his eyes away.
Size matter too this time of year? Time and space, a bit more edgy, guys like Amon, guys like Carlson are bigger, maybe
I think
more jam.
I think in the last 6 weeks of his season, everything's ramped up, and battles usually win hockey games. And I think guys that are willing to go into battles and win in battles could tilt the ice for you.
So will Demko travel, just even if it's just a practice?
Well, he's a 6-game road trip, so he'll be with us. And, yeah, for sure. Is it 6 games? 6-game road trip, right? Yeah.
Patrick described you guys as being this morning as being in a building phase. What does that mean to you?
Well, for me, we got a lot this year. If you look at the transition of the year, a lot of new guys. We've got some young guys on the lineup. To me, it's a big thing. Is what is it to be a Canuck? How you train, how you do all, and we're starting that this year. Well, I mean, you shouldn't start this year. You started last year. My point is, when you have new guys like Pedersen, Junior, Mancini, O'Connor, these guys, new guys are here. When you come to the rink, this is how we're supposed to do things, and we're trying to build on that, and that's a big part of it. And playing these important games is huge for the development of these guys, pressure and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see how we handle it this next month.
For Petey and Brock to find some chemistry together, what do you look at as some of the key principles for them to execute on, where you look at if they do this, they'll have some success?
Well, I think they are guilty of sometimes of waiting. Don't wait. You got to go. If Winnipeg's got a 2 press and we get the puck to you, that's 2 less guys. You guys got to go. Don't take the puck back. I think those 2 guys are guilty of getting the puck and giving it back to our defensemen. We want to go forward, play north, play fast right off the bat. If they do that early on, I think it's a psychology thing for them that they get in the game quicker. So for those 2 guys, play north. That's the one thing for them to get back in their game.
Mancini comes out?
Yeah.
Will Junior be playing on his offside then?
Not all the time, no. We'd rather have him on his forehand. We'll have the other veteran guys play the right side.
So Forberg will be on the right side?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, he's a veteran guy. He can handle that, for sure.
Love that hit.
Thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent. Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.